Hi, everyone. This is really just a test. I'm hoping to do a live stream tomorrow around 1:30 Central Time. And well, I haven't done a live stream in about 4 years, so I don't really know exactly what I'm doing. I know I always had an issue with trying to get a moderator so I could follow the chat and all that stuff. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. Um, I will leave more information about the live stream in the community session. Um, in the meantime, what I'm doing is just filming a little bit of stuff down in the basement, just testing to see if the live stream will work or not. This is only going to be about 2 or 3 minutes. If anyone logs in, great. If anyone doesn't, that's fine too. I really am just testing stuff out, seeing if I can live stream, seeing if I know what I'm doing, things of that nature. So this is purely just a test. One of the things I want to know if I can do is if I can actually, flip the channel around so that I can go from showing things up close and personal while looking at the camera, so I can show like larger fixed blades and stuff, or flip the camera back around with ease to actually show smaller knives up close and personal, such as this. I have no idea what I'm going to be talking about yet tomorrow. So who knows what's going to happen. Okay, hi Mike Adams, hi Bricktop. Like I mentioned at the very beginning here, hi Philip W. Like I mentioned at the very beginning here, this is only going to be about a 5 or 10 minute test. Hi Tracy. Um, this is a test of the live show for tomorrow. I do plan on going live tomorrow. Hi Stephen. If anyone has any ideas of what they would like to see or show or anything like that, let me know in the community section. I'm going to put a little note in the community section saying I'm doing a live tomorrow around 1:30 to kind of promote the channel a little bit, or to promote the live that's going to happen tomorrow. It'll be in the community section, and it's going to ask people, what do you want to hear about? Obviously, traditional pattern knives, unless you want to talk about a Spyderco or something, or some Essies or something like that. I do have a few modern knives, but you know what the pattern, what the channel is like. Hi, Mike. Yeah, it's going to be an emergency probably tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. I hope to talk starting around 1:30. Depends on how easy it is for me to get everything set up. And I hope to talk for about an hour or so. Hi, Flip Flat. Man, there's a lot of people this early in the morning. Well, I guess it might not be early everywhere, especially if you're out in like the United Kingdom or something like that. I do know I will talk a little bit about how I do videos and stuff. I'm not a big person doing the lives, and the main reason is I like to more about the Colt brand knives. Oh man, I wish I could. There's a lot of mystique behind there. I do know that the Colt knives, at least the ones starting with United Cutlery, you can thank a lot of Kevin Pipes with that. Pocket knives are the best tool to eat sardines with. Well, I guess so. But eh, I don't usually eat with sardines, but never mind, a bad joke. Um, I'm sure I'll be talking a little bit about Case and their quality control. I don't think it's nearly as bad as social media makes it out to be. That's not to give them a pass. They definitely do have some issues with um, quality control. I'm also going to point out that a lot of people overlook the quality control with a lot of Rough Rider knives, because I've gotten quite a few Rough Rider knives that have been dogs, and I'm a big fan of both brands. So I know I'll be talking a little bit about that. I also want to talk a little bit about counterfeit knives, and the big discussion for me is what really is a counterfeit knife. And too many people give them a pass, and they shouldn't, because it's a nasty, naughty thing. So I'll probably be talking a little bit about that. show a few of the new knives that I just haven't had a chance to show and things of that nature. And like I said, I'll talk about anything else that might come up in the discussion. Um, in which way is it a sore subject with you, Mike? Do you think they're getting attacked too much, or do you think people are giving them a pass too often? I know I could even say that there have been times when I have given them a pass, but if you've ever seen what I have to say about case canoes, um, you will know that I will not even buy a case canoe these days. And the reason is every case canoe I've ever bought has had a problem with it. Other people have never had an issue with a case canoe, but everyone I have bought has been a problem. So I just won't buy them anymore. And that might be one reason why I don't have as many um, issues with cases quality control, because the patterns that I particularly buy don't tend to have issues. Like if a case is having one QC issue after another with their standard trapper, I think it's the 54 pattern trapper, they need to be called out on that right and left, because that is their biggest selling knife, and they better know how to make a trapper. And they better not have issues with that. But when they're pulling a knife out of a vault, um, I worry about the vaults. Hi, Tom. I have a big issue with some of the vault knives that they have made, because I think one of the reasons knives were thrown into the vault is because they weren't selling well, and one of the reasons they might not have been selling well is because the quality just wasn't there. I don't know. Anyway, that'll be something more for me to talk about tomorrow. Like I said, this is just a test. I just want to talk a little bit, see how it goes, and I'll do a lot more about it. Hi, it's a wonderful knife. I'm glad to see you here. Man, there's a lot of people here. I guess lives are pretty popular. Again, I will talk a little bit more about this in the community section. I'll post there, ask people what do they want me to talk about, and I will try and talk about a few things. Um, with It's like no one at Case cares anymore, yet prices are higher and higher. The new PB&J should arrive today. We'll see. Yeah. Um, I do have some backstory about what's going on at Case, and um, I overheard it. I heard people talking about it, and so I don't know if it's information that is generally known to the public or not. But the big thing is Case had a large turnaround on or turnover in employees, and especially during the COVID epidemic. They lost a lot of their staff, and they had to replace them and everything. But I know the quality control issues were happening even before then, um, but not as significantly as during that time. Up to 13, yeah, I sent one back and straightened a few blades. Gaps are usually minor. Yeah, it's all over the place, really, and that is one of the problems, and that's why. Hi, Rhonda, and hi, Michael. Yeah, my feeling is Case needs to be more upfront. They need to talk a little bit more about it, and then they need to also do some stuff on their return policies. Even if they're going to eventually pay for your postage, that's not good enough. If you're having to send a knife to them, they should be able to send you a self-addressed stamped envelope. Basically, they should be paying for the postage for you to send stuff back that is broke. That's just my feeling. Um, uh, I actually talked to a little bit about Michael Morgan. I actually talked to a little bit about how off my case sodbuster was. The grind, not so much the blade, but the handle, the black synthetic handle. It just wasn't what it should be compared to others. And yeah, blades against the liners. Yeah, I have a few examples of those. There's no doubt about it. I also have a lot of them that are straight down the middle, and they were bought uh, over line. Buck pays freight both ways, and that is exactly what Case should be doing. Um, and Rough Rider, well, Rough Rider, yeah, you don't even have to send the knife back if it's bad, but there's a difference between sending a knife back that was $15 and cost them probably about $5. They're going to waste money on the postage to have it sent back. So that's why Rough Rider doesn't require you to send back a bad knife, and they take it at your word, or SMKW does with the Rough Rider line. It's more cost effective for them to just say keep the crappy knife, because what are they going to do with it? You know, they're not going to fix it, so they just send you a new one. Um, it's a good policy, and I'm not faulting them for it, but there's a difference between that and a knife that costs $60, because they only do that with their house brand. And even then, with some of the house brands, they're less likely to send it back, because if you've got like a Rough Rider Reserve knife. I had one that was horrendous, and I had to send it back. They paid for it and everything, but I had to send it back, and then they would send another one out. Any case, I don't want to go too far into this, because really I was just testing the system to see how well it was going to work and everything. And I will be doing a live tomorrow, and I will be talking more about all of this tomorrow and trying to answer questions and stuff. It's not just going to be a case rant, though. I guarantee that, because I am not going to fall into the let's all gang up on Case crowd, and I'm also not going to be in that crowd that is going to defend them no matter what, because they do deserve to be called out, but they do not deserve to be thrown under the bus. That's just my feeling. You know, they are a company. They are probably struggling a little bit, especially right now, because the anyone around here knows that the economy is not um, um, in the best of shape here in the United States, and anyone in the United States also knows that the the government here tends to be a little bit hostile towards the knife industry right now, or anything like the knife industry, with all the restrictions and everything. And companies that are working with older equipment are having harder times struggling than companies with some of the newer equipment. And it's just a fact of life. I mean, look at GEC. GEC's biggest problem right now is they can't produce anything. They don't have the staff to get out the stock that they used to. Um, and uh, and everything ends up going on the secondary market for double the price. It's the large toothpick for sure. Um, it was always a toss up. Michael was asking if my favorite is the Scout knife or the large toothpick. It's the large toothpick, but I actually have a video that's going to be coming out talking about the Scout pattern. Hi Gizmo. I have a video that's coming out that's going to be talking about the Scout pattern and why you don't see it as often on my channel anymore. Um, and there's a lot to that. And well, I won't spoil it for you, but yeah, the Scout knife, the 4 blade Scout knife, or actually really the Cub Scout knife, is still right up there among my favorite knives. But you just don't see that many of them on the channel anymore, and there's a reason for that. And I will go into that in a future video, because I've already shot the video. I'm just editing it right now. In any case, with that said, thanks for everyone who has dropped by real quick. Like I mentioned, tomorrow I will be going live for around 1 o'clock, and I will be going live for an hour or two. I don't know how long it's going to go, but hi, trying to survive. Drop by tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be the big show. This was just a test run. I haven't done a live in like 4 or 5 years, and I just wanted to see what I needed to do to make sure the camera was oriented correctly and all that other stuff. I noticed I should have had some knives out here so you could see stuff, but What a great time to put them out, right? Uh, Knives now after I've already yapped for 15 minutes. But I will see y'all tomorrow, hopefully. If not, well, you'll always be able to catch it after the fact. Oh, I can talk about these tomorrow. Yeah, I got to talk about these. I have been dying to talk about these for a while, and I just don't know how to do it. So I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'll be talking about the bird hunter knives that I got because I got a new one that I was excited about and just never got around to talking about it. Anyway, am going to have to let you go now because I actually have work to do, and I will check in again tomorrow and chat with you then. And again, I will put up a post in the community section. Um, Leave a note there for anything that you would like to for me to talk about. I'll talk to you again soon. Have a good day, everybody.